while and looking tired and looking for me. Oh, right. Hey, but I said it ain't. Hey, but I said it ain't gonna. East flag.
We listening to the
East flag.
That's so perfect. Hey, what you doing? How you doing? Yeah, welcome. Look, every time I hear that intro, outro, it still just makes me feel so very excited. This is my happy, it's my happy song. So, Grand Rising, Mama Stay, free to land, beloved. Happy Friday. Baker Man, you're on.
What's going on? What is the theme for today?
So what I wanted to do, and we're gonna move right quickly on this one. I want to double back on that child labor stuff that they was talking about. And I actually have like a video that I'm going to play. And listen. Let me see if you can listen. Let me put it up on my other phone. About this education system, because if you all were able to listen to the podcast yesterday, and they was talking about how they want to work the kids. They want to work the kids and work, what they said it was going to do, that article that I read. Go back and see my March the 27th podcast, and it's got some information in that. But just really quickly, Florida is trying to implement a situation where the young kids age 14 and 15 will be able to work, and then if you're 16 and 17, you don't even need no lunch. I mean, nothing to eat. You get no meal break. And then if you're a homeschool and some other virtual program, or finish school at the age of 14 and 15, then you are entitled to work overnight. Look, you get to work overnight in any long hours possible. Like, they can work you to the bone. Yeah, so everything sounds so exciting, right? So
It sounds like slavery, though.
yeah. And I'm like, who sit and put this thing together? So I'm like, you 14 or 15 years old, because you got to watch the language sometimes, what they saying. So they saying if you 14 and if you between 14 and 15, you can work longer hours and overnight if you finish school. So, like, who's finished school at 14 and 15? But some kids do get to finish school. But, what does that really mean when you start looking into the language? Like, if you finish school, you could be maybe in prison, in a juvenile justice system some kind of way, and you're not going to school. So I'm thinking, if you're not going to school, then that means they graduate early. That's what I said. They graduate early, and then they get to go work all night and all day. But we don't know what they're talking about, because the language that they like to use can get very tricky. You understand? So we can't trust them. So I was looking up, shoot, and now I lost my video too. I had it like I was placing it, but let's see if this is it. Let's go back to the school system, because the school system was only designed for us to be workers. So let me see if you can hear this and see if this is it that I was talking about. I'm trying to find something not too long. And this is Copyright Productions. Let me use this one right quick. Because you got to be safe around here too. Because I will be learning the rules. If you violate, if you say the wrong words and stuff like that, like you can get
Punished.
yeah, you can get punished. So I'm learning the rules and all that too. So
What the proper term? What they said? Demonetized, I think they call it.
well, I'm not monetized yet. A long way to go. Trying to get there. I really want that for the both of us. Listen, let me do this one because this works. But might have to put in a year or whatever. I don't know. I'm let God do his thing and we do our thing. And
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
all right, there we go. I love that
Imagine
one.
John
So
D.
fast.
Rockefeller in the late 1800s.
Okay. Hold on. Let's go back.
Imagine John D. Rockefeller in the late 1800s, at the height of the Industrial Revolution. He faced a
Yeah.
pressing challenge, finding a reliable workforce. Most Americans lived on farms and received basic education from homeschooling or church-run schools. They lacked the skills for industrial work. Rockefeller needed a solution, but had to be cautious. Educating too much could empower them, while too little meant unprepared workers. He helped shape America's public school system. Through these schools, he controlled what they learned and instilled fear, obedience, and mediocrity. Imagine John D.
He
Rockefeller
said, "I
in the
want-"
late 1800s. At the height of the Industrial Revolution, he faced a pressing challenge, finding a reliable workforce. Most Americans lived on farms and received basic education from homeschooling or church-run schools. They lacked the skills for industrial work. Rockefeller needed a solution, but had to be cautious. Educating too much could empower them, while too little meant unprepared workers. He helped shape America's public school system. Through these schools, he controlled what they learned and instilled.
Right here, it said, "I want a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers." That's what Rockefeller said. I want a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers. Now, this is all over YouTube. It's all on Google, even though everything you read and everything on these YouTube stuff may not be true, but that's true. Rockefellers, and we're gonna even go over that because that's quite an interesting family. Ruthless, and I don't like to use the word smart. What can we say? They was ruthless and they knew how to stay ahead of the game. How about that? By any means necessary. How about that?
Yep, by any means necessary, just like Malcolm used to say.
So, I'm saying I wanted to just share that to go over the situation where they're talking about using kids. And I'm like, the kids need to go to school and stuff. They setting it up. Like, Trump already talking about cutting back on the, Board of Education and cutting it back, which I think it would be cut off from a federal thing, and then it'd be more on your state level, and then possibly going down to your local level.
Mm-hmm.
The kids only need a little bit of schooling, and then they need to get to work, because they still want to build a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers. So, to this or whatever you want to use the word, disable. How about that? To disable the school system, public school system, which low area income areas, black areas, not the best of schools. So you disarm them, take away the services and stuff. They can get ready to go to work. You understand what I'm trying to get to?
Mm-hmm.
So we need not to take it too lightly, because everything they do, they have a plan. Do we?
Yeah.
Do we? So they already gonna cut disable the school system at a federal level. You gotta try to get out here and vote for your governors and Senate people and stuff like that, which we'll get to that, to try to keep some Democrats and stuff in the House, which I think Democrat is the way to go right now. Look, I'm independent. I'm my own thinker, and so is you.
Yeah.
But I feel more safe with a Democrat right now than a Republican.
Mm. Yeah, that's we don't like to use that term, less of two evils, because evil is evil. But in this situation, there is a such thing as less of two evils. You got man, shoot, I'm trying to give an analogy of evil. What's two people that's in history that's or in present time that's evil?
And they was running against each other?
No, just period. Like in a characteristic of somebody that's bad, but then you got another one that's even worse.
Trump and Vance?
Trump and Biden.
No, I said Trump and Vance. But you want to do Trump and Biden? Do Trump and Biden. You can do Trump and Biden.
Well, in my personal opinion, that both of them is evil.
Yeah.
To me, that's just me personally. But would you rather have a real psycho, that's running you, or just a lunatic? It's almost like both of them is bad,
Mm-hmm.
but you might get work with the other one just a little bit more, because they might have a reasoning or a more logical mind than the other one.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be working with one, but the other one just ain't no negotiating at all.
Yeah, I mean, let me say this then, possibly. So when the campaign was happening between Harris and Trump, and they kept playing the media kept playing Harris clip when she said, "I'm not going to do anything for black folks. I'm not going to do anything for." You remember that clip?
Yeah, specifically, she said.
Yeah.
She said just specifically, like her concept was that she'll do specifically for other groups, specifically, but for black folks, if they're going to benefit from anything, it's going to involve other groups. Like she don't like, and that's with everybody. Nobody will actually, and that's U.S. history, that nobody is actually just going to separate a black group or the FBA or Foundation of Black American or just African American or whatever we're calling ourselves now. They just are not going to just do anything specifically. But if there is any type of benefit, then other groups will be benefiting also. You know how they separate Latinos, they'll separate Asians, or they'll separate, and they'll receive some type of benefit specifically for them. Her thing was, if she's going to do anything, if she's going to set up any programs, that everybody's going to benefit from it.
Yeah, so okay, that's all.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the people got upset behind it. She lost votes behind that.
Yeah, she lost support from a lot of black voters by making that statement.
And then Trump said Then what Trump turned around to do? He said, "Hey, no black folks can come in
He
the
said,
building." I'm
Nobody
y'all.
getting anything.
Yeah.
He said, only the rich, only the billionaires like me is going to get tax cuts, and that's it.
So
You know,
that's
so
an
forget all of
example.
y'all.
Yeah, so that's the example of the two less evils. So which one you rather go with? You rather go with her and say, I'm not gonna, and to me, I ain't take her super seriously. Like, and y'all, if y'all didn't take what Donald Trump, because he was saying everything that he was gonna do straight up in the, from the front, what he was gonna do, he ain't candy coat nothing for real. He went over, he was at the border, and the Spanish people was over there, because he went to go check it out, and the Spanish people was across the walk or whatever, waving at him. "Ah," and he waved back. He waved back, hey, like he said, they don't even have the slightest idea what I'm gonna do to them. That's what he said. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I missed that part. What did he do?
He said he was at the border visiting, talking his junk, like, I'm gonna shut this down. He made a visit to the border.
Mhm.
And they was across wherever, like across the land or whatever, and they was waving like, hey, like screaming to him as if they was waving, saying hello. And he waved back to them, and he laughed and giggled and said, they have no idea what I'm planning to do to them.
Oh really? I
Yeah.
didn't even see that.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I can find the clip, just like I tell you about the baby one. Maybe I can find that too and upload that. There'll be some fun times to show some of his crazy clips when he was running on the last time, and that baby was crying, and he said the lady was trying to get the baby quiet. He said, "It's okay. She over there trying really hard to get the baby quiet." And he said, "And I just love kids. I love kids." Blah blah blah. Keep going on it, and the baby still was crying. Then he turned. He said, "Somebody get that baby out of here." That's what he said. Somebody get that. Just that quick.
Wow.
He said, "Get that baby out of here." And then
Wow.
he
Well,
went.
why didn't he have that? He should have had that same energy for little Elon.
Oh,
when he was
heck
taking
no. No, that's very good. So I gotta find, that'll be a good clip to show. And then you got little X. That's what they call him, little X, which is Elon's Musk's son. If you all haven't seen that, that was really, really just that was entertaining. They had a meeting in the office. He did, Mr. Orange Man, and and all his people was in suits. Elon Musk came. He had on his t-shirt, like he was dressed down, and he brought his little baby. And he like 5 years old or whatever. He had him all on his neck, jumping him around and stuff at the Oval Office, trying to have an important meeting. And him and the baby was just playing, having a good time. Like, forget this. And then the baby, the little young boy, went over there and said to Trump, he said, "You need to get out of here. You're not the president." That's what he said. "You need to get out of here. You're not the president." That's what he said. And then he was going, "Hush your mouth. You need to get out of here." And then he put a booger on his desk, and Donald Trump was just sitting there looking like, not talking to me, when he should have said, "Somebody get this baby out of here." Yeah.
Get this little musky booger picking Elon looking like out of here. This little muskrat.
Yeah, but he ain't say nothing. He was sitting there looking stupid while the baby was bullying him. And anyway, so I'm saying all of that to say, she said that, and she got so they ridicule, like they just they wrote her about that, and she lost votes. It was like the worst thing she could say. But Donald Trump do things and he get more voters. So picking the two less of evils, and that's back to me saying, hey, I'm an independent, but I'm more on the Democrat side than a Republican side. So
Yeah, I don't really like the hypocrisy that goes on the Republicans and the MAGA, where they will always complain about something that they are doing themselves, or that they will gaslight or say something about something, and then on the back end, they're actually the ones doing it themselves. They do a lot of projecting.
yeah.
Like they say, hey, why are you saying that, or why are you doing that? From like a recent incident is when with this Jasmine Crockett thing, like she called the governor of Texas Hot Wheels because he and that's the nickname that they've been calling him for a while. She didn't make the name up. It's just a name that they call him.
Yeah.
But she said that in that they having a history, they having a fit, they having a conniption.
I know. I heard somebody. She needs to apologize.
Yeah.
She said no. She don't need.
No?
Yeah, she said no.
Good. I'm glad she said no.
No.
That's what I'm saying with the hypocrisy. Now they will go like Trump. He made fun of a person with MS, or he'll call a woman a fat laser, a nasty pig, or all of this vile stuff will come out of his mouth, and nobody. They'll just say, "Oh, that's just Trump being Trump."
Yeah. He said, even that day when I told him, he said, "Get that baby out of here." And then he went on to say it was another baby they showed in the clip. And he was like a Spanish descent. And he said, "Yeah, look at him," or something. And he said, "Yeah, he's going to grow up one day. He's our future." That's what he said. He's our future. He's going to grow up one day and be a construction worker. That's what he said. And it was a freaking Spanish kid. And I'm like, he can apologize. He have said enough stuff that way he can apologize. So I don't think that's them trying to control us and trying to make her, no, don't apologize.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, huh?
No, I wouldn't apologize either. I said what I said.
And especially with everybody else saying it. And I mean, you can't.
They actually called him that in Texas, because there's a history behind him. He's a dedicated suspected white supremacist. He's dedicated to his cause. He actually ended up in a. Let me give you a quick history behind him. He was in someone else's yard, and I think a tree fell on him.
Damn.
And that's why he's in the condition he's in. So he sued the owners of the land that in that incident. He sued for it and won a case of the $10 million case.
He won $10 million.
Yeah, I think he won $10 million. I'm gonna look it up to be sure because this channel is all about truth. So we got to fact check. So if it ain't right, just fact check me on it. But anyway, he did win a lawsuit, and then he turned around and created a bill that people couldn't sue any homeowner or landowners off of the same incident that he benefited off of.
Oh, ain't that dirty?
Yeah, so he did his thing, but then turned around and created a law to work against it so that nobody else could do it.
Man, what if another tree would have fell on him, though? Then what?
Yeah, that would be some poetic justice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I feel nothing when he when they call him Hot Wheels and stuff like that. They tried to say, "Oh, well, you should make fun of the handicap like that." Okay, well, perhaps we might have to make exceptions for some of them, like him.
Yeah, so
he might be deserving of that.
Yeah, I mean, God don't like ugly.
Yes, but keep talking. I'm gonna be on the pause for a minute. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, back to what we were saying, though. The good of two lesser evils. So, like, we definitely can't do like we did last time and sit the couch, because I really think that's why he won. You're going to have to choose one or the other, regardless of what the history is. Those are two in the game. It didn't even make no sense for anybody to vote for anybody else other than that, they had some other people on the ticket, like Jill. Her name was Jill something. I think it was like two. What was Jill? What?
Jill Stein.
Stein?
Yeah, Stein. I think it was
Yeah,
Jill
Stein. Jill Stein, and there was one more person, I think.
Cordell.
And I'm like, anybody that voted for them two was just idiotic. It was a wasted vote. And I really felt like they purposely kept them there to distract the people. Because I can see some people going there to go vote and say, what, Jill? I don't even know nothing about Jill. I'm going to go ahead and vote for Jill. That's what they said. I'm going to go ahead and vote for Jill. And that's the same thing that happened with me. I had we had like 12 people to write for Ward 6 to write in who they would want. And I'm like, why would you write in somebody? Give a vote to somebody, you know what I'm saying? That's on the ballot. So we will talk about stuff like that. The importance of voting, how to vote, how to do some fact checking. So this channel right here is a channel of discussion. And always feel free to put something in the comment box that you like to discuss, you like for us to research, or something you know. This is not a one-sided conversation here or a two-sided conversation. It's an open conversation. And nobody's a know-it-all in here. There's no scholars in here. We all operating off of what we know and what we think we know. And knowing is half the battle. So when we talk, it's just an open conversation that I think is needed. Not, some scholar that's sitting there saying, you need to do this and you need to do it. Because a lot of us and a lot of you all disagree. So we need to be able to come to a place where we can learn to disagree and to agree. To me, voting is very, very important, even though they say it's not. Now, if you don't think it's important, which Orange Man don't think it's important, he said, look, just vote me in and you never have to vote again. Do you really want that? I don't. And all the hearsay, like our votes don't count, the electoral vote and all this type of stuff, just vote. I'd rather try to do something than not try. What they say, nothing beats a failure than a try. I think that's how that goes. So, back to what I played about the education. They up to something. They trying their hands. And we have to try to look at the play and figure out the play. So, this is what I read, starting in Florida with the kids. Donald Trump going on a bigger level, trying to disable the school system. We still may able to do something on state and local levels, but you have to vote in order to keep Democrats, whether you believe in them or not. And even if they not going to do everything, you still just have to vote. And where we can try to have some control. My thing was, even if you didn't like Kamala or Harris, that's what I just like to say. Even if you didn't like her, it's time to hold people accountable. And like, and y'all can still do that too for people that voted for him. Try to hold him accountable. Like, you can try, but I think you would have did better trying to hold her. So when people run for office, do your research beyond what they say, because they're going to say whatever it takes to win. So then you try to do your research, and then you make your decision. If they don't do the things that they say they're going to do, you try to hold them accountable. You just don't go, oh, well, they didn't do like what they said they're going to do. Because they get in, they don't do what they say they're going to do. You get disappointed and you move on with life. And you say, oh, they didn't do it. And then you just hold on to that for the next election and say, oh, nobody never does. So try to hold people accountable. You're going to have to take control. You, us, we. Because you just can't keep believing everything somebody say. Say, all right, well, I'm going to vote you in. And I'm going to hold you accountable. And if you don't do what you say you're going to do, we're going to come after you. And if more people do that, I think it will happen. That we could get a little bit more respect. They think we just, what they say. He said, Rockefeller, he said he didn't want a nation of thinkers. He wanted a nation of workers. And that goes beyond the kids. They want a nation of workers. Young and old. Black, white, Mexican. Okay, I said black, white, Mexican. I ain't mean to say it like that. I meant black and browns. Black and browns and whites. Maybe some oranges too. I only know one orange though. If anybody else know any orange people, let me know. That's crazy. So that's what I'm saying. So the solution, what is the solution to this? Look after your kids, number one. I think they're going to try to catch them up, watch the language in the prison system and different stuff like that. Like, I don't know the play. I see it happening, but we got to figure out what the offense is going to be. So, number one, get to know, this is my solution. Get to know your legislation in your area. Like with me, excuse me, I might write it in my comment box. Excuse me. Do you know who your mayor is? First of all, do you know? Excuse me. I'm pretty sure everybody know who that president is. Do you know who your vice president is? And I'm learning myself about all these other people that he's appointing, like, this person, the head of the FBI, CDC. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. CDC, all these positions that he had, people in the cabinet, different stuff. So this is like on the next round of the next president run, I'm going to understand even better. Hold on. Yeah, I'm back. So on the next one, I'm going to know how these positions run even better than I know now. But so, who your president, who your vice president, who is your mayor for your area, who's your governor, who's your lieutenant governor, who's your senate, who's your state senator, who is your Congress, state congressperson, who is your delegate, and who is your city council, who is the school board person if you have kids in the school. And that is the assignment, and that is the solution for now, is to know these people. I'll do it again, and then I'll write it in the comments after it's over with. Everyone should know who the president is. Maybe everybody don't know who's the vice president. Who is your governor in your area? Who is your mayor? Who is the lieutenant? I'm going out of order a little bit. Who is your lieutenant governor? Who's your senate? Who's your state senate? Who's your congressperson? Who's your delegate? Who's your city council? And let's who's your school board? Who, and better yet, who are your local advocates? And who are your boots on the ground? Who are the nonprofit organizations that you can go to? Yes. So it's over the weekend. That's what you can learn. Who it is. I know all my people. I know all my people. Maybe I'll be the first one to put mine in. So I know all of my people, and knowing is half the battle. So that's all I got right now. I don't have nothing else. The solution is to know. So right now, because we ain't doing nothing crazy. Right now, we just got to figure some things out. So we got to hold people accountable, and we got to try to put the right people in office. We got to stop just letting people slide in and just doing what they want to do. So it is Friday. I'm excited. My grandbaby is coming down. She will be here this evening. She already called me this morning. I got 2 grandbabies. So I'm talking about my little one. She's 4 years old. I might come live with her tomorrow. But if you don't hear from me, I'll be back Monday. And we're going over to TikTok though. Me and my grandbaby, we're going over to TikTok. Ooh, remember that? To the TikTok, you don't stop. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna go over to TikTok because that's where it's just fun over there. I'm gonna have a channel over there called Just Being Tanjanae. That's my TikTok name over there. Just Being Tanjanae. Now, who the heck is Tanjanae? That's the name I always thought they were so cool. When I was in school, I always wanted to do something. Oh, you back? Oh, you back? Oh, well, when I was in school, I used to write my name on my paper as Natanja. And I loved that so much. And the teacher would always send my paper back and say, your name is not Natanja, it's Tanya. And I'm like, I know that. But I wanted to be Natanja. So then I tried to do Natanja / Tanya. And she still would make a big deal about that. So instead of being Natanja, it's Tanjanae. But I like both of them. Which one Y'all tell me which one y'all like better. Natanja or Tanjane. Baker Man, you here? Well, he's still here, but he got everything on mute. Look, today we're gonna enjoy our Friday. He's not really working today. He's doing something for himself, not for the company. And I am off today, waiting on my grandbaby and gonna do some stuff myself. And so when she get here, I'm gonna probably do like go over to TikTok because I'm trying to keep this page in a direction. So, but I might get on. But if I get on and I'm trying to talk about something, well, she's gonna be all in the background. She's gonna want to talk all kinds of things. She's so cute. So anyway, that's that. I hope this podcast have brought you some enlightenment of something you didn't know. I hope you find that in this. Well, I'm pretty sure you didn't know that they planning on working these kids. That's the plan. They speaking the language. So they're putting it out there. A lot of stuff they just do as a test run to see how it can go. And sometimes it just make it through and sometimes you can stop it. So let's just try to get ahead of them. So over the weekend, get to know your officials and your boots on the ground in your organizations. I got one organization that I was fortunate enough to get, excuse me, that I need to call and check out so I can be boots on the ground to help out situations. I tell you about it more as it comes to life. And that's all I got. So we're getting ready to close it out. Hold on. Baby, how you doing? I'm gonna have to do like Wendy Williams did back in the day, because I used to like her. She used to have her some, excuse me, some warm tea or something next to her, like something to drink on. So my God. It only happened when I get on here. So anyway, let's close this thing on out. Look, when you come in the room, when you listen, because the videos are starting to get out, and I'm happy for that. When you listen, I know for sure, this I know, people are listening, but they're not hitting the like button. It's more, I should be having more likes than what I got. It's okay. Excuse me. So please hit the like button when you watching. Soon as the video come on, hit the like button. I swear to God, it's not gathering none of your information, nothing like that. And also, it would be nice if you hit the subscribe button, because that means that I have a subscriber. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. Then hit the bell notification button. When you hit subscribe, a bell will come up and that's notify me. That's the notification button. So every time when I come on, if you hit the subscribe button, you'll get a little ding, like I'm going live. And then make a comment. In today's comment, I'm going to start it off. I'm going to write down everybody that I know that's in my government. Federal, local, state, all that. Okay, so let's do that. Anyway, this was nice to be here as usual. I'm gonna close it on out. We have 45 minutes. Do the right thing, okay? Do the right thing. Enjoy your weekend. Do something fun. You finish with the 9 to 5 weekly grind. So try to enjoy yourself Saturday and Sunday. Okay? And then throw a little prayer up in there for me, for you, for everyone, for this nation. Okay? And enjoy yourself. You deserve it. And I'm out. You know we're going out with an intro. When I come back Monday, I'm gonna have a surprise. I'm gonna have another surprise. Surprise. So anyway, guess what? I love you. And so does God. So anyway, God, your higher being, whoever you love, he loves you right back. Okay? She loves you right back. Have it go. I love you. I hope y'all love me. I hope y'all love me. All right, bye. I'm gone. Here we go.